Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today is Thursday the 24th of April and I had my consultant appointment from the clinic today. I did write a big spiel of what she said because I just like to kind of write it down and recap it afterwards because it's always like a lot of information. We just went through that I've had my withdrawal bleed now from our last cycle, which I have, and when my next period's due, and then went through the fact that I've got 2 embryos left in the freezer which I stored at care. She gave me 2 options going forward, that I could have what they call a natural cycle, so it's just going with my body's natural flow. Anything they give me extra is like a trigger injection which they do a couple of days before transfer, and they said I could have some progesterone as well just to kind of support the pregnancy after transfer as well. And then the other option was what I've had every other time, same protocol, but they are going to introduce 2 extra medications. So they have offered me to have those blood tests, which was like £800, and I didn't get them done. I also was going to my doctors to get them done because I could have them done on NHS. However, it was about a 6 to 8 week wait on the results, and that would have probably threw me a little bit on this cycle. And I really didn't want to do that. I just kind of want to get cracking and get going again because we've just been in it for so long now, and I just really want to get going. More so because we've got a holiday coming up in July that I either need to be pregnant or not for. Do you know what I mean? I can't kind of put it off, wait till after that because it's just going to like prolong the whole thing. And I don't want a massive age gap. And once I'm off the horse for quite a while with the IVF journey, I just don't want to get back on it. So better off just powering through. My next option then was standard protocol, what I've had every other time because it does work for my body. Like I know my body reacts really, really well every time I've had it done. So it's basically estrogen from day 1 of my period up to day 10 scan, and then from day 10 scan they then phone me and tell me when to start pessaries, which is usually like 4 days after the 10-day scan. Then I have my transfer like 2 days after that, and then I continue progesterone, estrogen all the way through up to pregnancy test, and if it's positive I continue all the way to 12 weeks, and if it's negative I'll stop on test day. And then so it's basically that again, but this time they're introducing baby aspirin, just 75mg daily. Have to stop it 2 days before my transfer and then restart the aspirin 2 days after transfer, because they say during the window of getting transferred done and 2 days after I shouldn't have it. They said to stop it then, which obviously will all be wrote out, but she just gave me what it would look like. And then they've also said that I could have Inhixa, which is a blood thinning injection, just 40mg for 3 weeks. If these tests would have come out positive, this is what they would have gave me. So I haven't had the test done and they're giving me anyway because she said that it's not going to affect anything negatively. It basically just improves blood circulation to the uterus and thins the blood slightly alongside the baby aspirin. It's meant to give a little bit more of a chance of implantation. And if I do have that sticky blood syndrome, Inhixa is what they would have gave me anyway. So I've just gone around a little bit, not had the blood tests, and they're giving it me anyway. So that's basically what she's told me. The prescription's been wrote up because I've also been advised to go and have a look elsewhere for medication because it's coming up at £389 with care for the medication. And when I've gone elsewhere and had a look, so I have already done it because I know someone who works for as the pharmacy, she's actually wrote all the stuff down for me, and with care it's coming up at £369 or £379 for everything. With Asda it's £200, so it's £179 cheaper. So I phoned the clinic back up and I just said, is there any way I can have a prescription to go elsewhere because it might work out cheaper to go there rather than with care. And care charged £250 just to change my invoice into a prescription so that I can go elsewhere. I'm sorry, why is that? Like, it's such a joke when you're paying so much money. It's £2,950 to have a transfer, medication on top. They literally try to charge for everything. They've already put the price up as well for treatment twice within a year and a half. It's just getting ridiculous. Nothing against care because they are brilliant and they are lovely. Like all the care staff at Tamworth and Birmingham have been amazing. It's just the whole money-making scheme for me. It's just so upsetting and so hard, and it's getting more and more expensive. We're basically trapped into paying care £379 for the medication, because if I don't pay them that and I go to Asda, for example, I would still have to pay Care £250 to go to Asda, which then makes the £200 Asda medication £450. So it's kind of catch-22, like I have no choice, they've literally got me. So that is the next steps really. It is cheaper at Boots or Asda, but I have to pay Care, otherwise I'm paying more anyway, so it makes absolutely no sense. And there's nothing I can do about it, I've got to pay it. So it's £379 and £2,950 for this round of IVF. Absolutely just ridiculous. I've also made myself a nice coffee to have a little catch-up chat with you. When you're probably watching this will be before I start my next cycle as well. Or I might have just started it when you're actually watching this, because it's not too far away now, which is really exciting. Why am I always so excited for this when it's also such a roller coaster? It's really weird. Like every time it hasn't worked, I'm like, I don't think I can ever do that again. Like it's the hardest, most like horriblest thing. And then once I've got over that upset and I'm back on the right path again, I'm like, I can't wait to go again. I'm so excited. I think it's more the outcome. I'm hoping and praying this on for a baby. Like, really hard to just be so positive. Like, the thing is, also, I'm just going on a bit of a tangent here, but I've read up about law of attraction, affirmation, manifestation, all of that. But there's a book actually. I'm always positive. I have really good thoughts and I try and get that manifestation. So I try to get that really excited feeling in my stomach when I'm like having transfer done, and like days after I'm just imagining that positive pregnancy test. That is me being positive. That is me manifesting this baby. However, there's also a book called The Expectation Effect, How Your Mindset Can Transform Your Life. That is it. I really would like to read that book. That book teaches you how to change your expectations. So even though you're thinking positive and you're manifesting that positive outcome, the expectation at the back of your mind can somewhat take over. It's kind of like the devil in your mind. It's kind of how to block that out or how to banish that kind of thing. Really need to read that book. I'm a little bit late to start the book now because, let's be honest, I'm not going to read a book that quick. I'm not very much of a book person anyway. But the expectation effect, like, it's just, the more I think into these kind of things, and I feel like I'm becoming, don't even know who I am anymore. Really believe in manifestation and the universe and all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, that is my little update for today. Next clips after this I would have started, and I'm so excited because it's only 24th of April right now. And I've got a couple of weeks ahead yet, but by the time you're watching this, hopefully I'll be in full swing of round 7 of IVF. Round 7. So yeah, wish me luck. Oh my God. Bye guys.